Okay, thanks for all the comments. Good morning. Good morning, Abaton Tolulokwe. Grace, good morning. I believe you can all hear me. So like I said earlier, today is Monday, the 3rd of February, 2025. And we're having our morning analysis. My name is Rotimi Olawale. I'm the analyst for PU Prime Africa Lagos office. So if you're new on the platform, I just introduced myself to you. So a lot is happening in the financial market space this week, and it started yesterday. Now, we know that if you've been following the news lately, there has been this issue shortly before Donald Trump, got inaugurated as the president of the United States. He started issuing some statements, about imposing tariff on Canada, and that took place, just last night. So the market opened this week with a very massive gap. So there's going to be a lot of activity on the dollar and the American dollar and the Canadian dollar in the coming days. Now, we'll give you more insight into that as we continue in this analysis this morning. But then we'll look at what we have fundamentally on the Forex Factory site. Then we'll go to the technicals and we'll show you more things, especially about the US and Canada and how it's affecting other card pairs, and other opportunities we can take in the market for both today and the week. Don't forget, this Friday is going to be NFP. NFP is the biggest news in the Forex market, and it's coming up this Friday. Now, PU Prime will trade this news event live, so on Friday 7th of February, we're going to be trading NFP live. And we're going to be trading live. When I say live, I mean with funds in our account. For those who have been with us for a while, they are aware of this event. Last month was a blast. People made a lot of money trading NFP with us. Two news events we trade live. We trade NFP live, we trade CPI live. But this one is for NFP. CPI will come later, maybe next week or the upper week. So get ready on Friday to make money with us by trading live. So if you're there on the platform this morning, you don't have funds in your account, make sure you have funds. Please take note, you are not paying us. You are only putting money in your trading account to trade. We're going to be guiding you live on how to trade. We're going to give you the entry price, the take profit, and the stop loss. All you have to do is to just enter those data into your trading platform, and when the news is time, it triggers and you make profit. And also, I just have to make this announcement before we start so that I can catch your attention. From today, our educational program is also being revamped. From today, if you're based in Lagos and its environment, our training kicks off 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Same time, 11 p.m. And we'll start a new curriculum for our educational department today. And by next week, Thursday, we're going to be through. I'm telling you, we're going to give you quality education at a reasonable time. So it's not a prolonged program anymore, just 2 weeks. So if you can devote 2 weeks, you are there, you're a complete newbie, you don't know anything about Forex. I tell you, if you join us today, by next week, Thursday, at least you'll have been way beyond an intermediate trader getting into the advanced. I can assure you of that. The quality is still the same. We're only compressing the time, to make it faster, because we understand that quite a number of us are business people or people who have who work in offices, and you can't have that long duration of time to learn. So just making it shorter so that we can learn fast and get started doing the business. All right, that being said, let's go into what we have for today. David Idenyi, please, is PU Prime still having free class in offline in Kenya? Exactly, yes. Now, we don't charge you for the class, but then you are expected to open an account and fund it with your own money to trade with. We are not charging you for the class. So it's as good as it's free. But personally, I don't like to use the word free, because you should have an account to trade while you're with us. And while you are still learning, you can still add the opportunity also of connecting to copy trading, where your money starts working for you pending the time you are still, learning how the business works. All right, let's get started. So this week, these are the major fundamental events we're looking at. Today, Monday, we have quite a number of medium impact events. There was retail sales overnight from Australia. So that's already a past event. Now, 11 a.m. this morning, there will be core CPI flash estimate, from the Eurozone, followed simultaneously by the CPI flash estimate. So this is expected to impact upon the Euro pairs. So we need to watch out for the Euro pairs. We'll look at about two of them to see how they will respond technically to this news, and that can gauge, our proposed direction for this news event. And all day there's going to be OPEC JMMC meetings. So OPEC has to do with oil. So this will largely impact upon the crude oil I will also show you my anticipation for crude oil for the month of February. Crude oil, there's a long-term sentiment on crude oil which we can tap into. So I'll be showing you my view on crude oil in that regards. That's the US oil. Just a second. All right. Then later today by 4 p.m., there'll be ISM manufacturing and ISM manufacturing PMI and ISM manufacturing prices. That is expected to impact upon the dollar. And on Tuesday, the major event on Tuesday, in fact, all of them are major. The JOLT job opening will impact upon the dollar come Tuesday by 4 p.m. So that means in the morning tomorrow, no fundamental events. Then later tomorrow by 10:45 p.m., there'll be employment change and unemployment rate from New Zealand. This will really impact upon the New Zealand. And on Wednesday is loaded. All of them very important events. ADP non-farm employment change, finance services PMI, ISM manufacturing PMI, all that's very important. And crude oil inventories by 4 p.m. on Wednesday is very, very important. And on Thursday is equally going to be, we have a lot of busy uh, events for this week. This week seems to be packed. On Thursday, pound is taking the lead in the market with all these events. The Bank of England monetary policy report, monetary policy summary, MPC official bank rate votes, and official bank rate. So Thursday will be the date for the interest rates from the United Kingdom, and Friday is the biggest day of all. Biggest day of all with the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate from the United States. Now it's going to happen simultaneously with employment change and unemployment rate in Canada. And currently, Canada and US are already in a trade war. The trade war has started. Canada already responded. Prime Minister Trudeau issued a statement. I saw the video last night where he's saying that Canada is also imposing a tariff on American products that are coming into Canada. And gradually, Canadians, at least from the videos I saw online, Canadians are being sensitized to start boycotting American products in their country. I'm telling you, it's really, really getting messy. The days ahead, there'll be a lot of issues between America and Canada, and that will impact a lot upon the USD card. So if you're there, you trade USD card, I will advise to trade with a lot of caution because there's going to be a lot of instability on that currency pair, at least for this period. So we should trade it with a lot of caution. And other card pairs also, we should trade them with a lot of caution. All right, I'll flip now to the technicals and we'll look at our projections for the technicals. Okay, so towards the end of last month, I gave my outlook on some of these instruments. I gave my outlook on the USD where I said I hold a bearish outlook. Now, with the tariff being imposed on Canada, the dollar is actually strong at the moment. Now, even though USD is trading around a weekly resistance level from where it has been all along, I would say we should trade with a lot of caution. Now, this is my view. I still maintain an overall bearish outlook, but it's possible for price to still push, a little bullish before the bearish movement will start. You can see that currently this is the candle that starts the week. You can see the big gap. It's not even so big here. It's bigger on USD card. You can see the gap. Now, why? Let me give you the reason why gaps happen. If you have ever wondered why gaps happen in the market, now mostly in the forex market, gaps happen a lot over the weekend. Most of the time, when you say gap, they are usually over the weekend, and the reason is because of fundamental activities that take place over the weekend, which the charts could not capture because it happened when the market was shut down. The forex market only opens Mondays to Fridays. So Saturday, Sunday, the market does not open, though it opens Sunday night. So that's Saturday and Sunday evening till Sunday evening when there is no activity in the market. If there is a movement in the market during that period, it will only be captured as a gap when the market opens on Sunday night. So over the weekend, the US made do with their promise, at least the president, about increasing tariffs to Canada, and that led to this gap, which we can see on the USD CHF yesterday. Like I said, let me quickly show you the USD card so that you can know the impact on the USD card. Mr. Sonny, I know you are the one that trades USD card most here. This you need to trade with a lot of caution. Now you can see the gap on USD card. I don't know if Mr. Sonny is around this morning. You should take note and others. Now see the gap on the USD card. I think it opened around there and it's currently trading high up there. So gaps happen because of inactivity as at the time certain events happen over the weekend. That's what causes it. So the other question now is that will price keep going up or will it reverse back to fill up the gap? That it depends a lot on the fundamentals around the instrument. That is what is going to determine. Though we can look at things technically, but then it's the fundamentals that will determine at the end of the day. So for the USD CHF, I still have an overall bearish outlook, but like I said, for now, price may still push up within this resistance before a reversal, could be in view. So we can't give any direct analysis for now as regards signal, especially on most of the dollar pairs because of what is happening currently. There are times you just have to learn to wait and see what the market is reacting to, how it's reacting to it before you can get clarity on the next thing to do. So, like I said, we still have a bearish outlook, but we still believe there could be any bullish movement until we can see clear sign of a reversal. Then we can give you what to trade on the USD card. So on the long term, it will sell, but for now, let's just still exercise some caution around the USD card. And the same thing goes for around the USD CHF. Pardon me, around the USD CHF. The same thing goes for the USD card. If you go on the multi-time frame, you can see that USD card is actually trading around a resistance level on the monthly time frame, and it seems to even be breaking the zone upwards. Will it still reverse? It's possible, but for now, we can only watch and wait and see what is going to happen. Now, this week will be a lot interesting in the market. Certain reviews are showing that uh, more or less America might still go ahead and increase the tariff on Canada. And if that happens, Canada will literally enter into a recession, from a lot of analysis we're seeing online. Yeah, they may enter into a recession, but then let's just watch and still see. So for now, be very careful, trade all these dollar pairs with a lot of caution until we can ascertain stability around the dollar and even around the card. All right. Now, in instances like these, I can see people already typing, what's our view on gold. Now, gold could be a safe haven for those who have their investments in Canada. They might look at buying gold. That's a possibility. And but technically, let's look at what gold is saying. Gold just Gold broke the resistance on the weekly time frame last week, but then it's also trading around a psychological level. That's at 2,800 $2,800 per ounce. And I think that's the highest it's gone in many, many years. I don't think it has even ever gotten as high as this. So it closed on that level last week with a rejection candle, that psychological level acting as, a resistance. It acted as a resistance level and with a rejection candle. The thing is this, if the dollar keeps getting stronger, then gold might drop. That's the thing, and that's what you can see at the moment. There's been some sell-off early this morning. It's currently retracing. What we're seeing now is a retracement. So we have a rising wedge pattern over there. So if the strength continues, well, what is happening now is that the dollar is very, very strong, while the CAD, Canadian dollar, is very, very weak. So if the dollar keeps getting stronger, then gold may break this lower trend line and sell further. Earlier on, what was trying to form here on gold is actually a head and shoulder pattern. But it could be the movement in price didn't let that pattern form well, but then it dropped to an extent. But further drop will happen if we see more strength on the dollar. Price may break the lower trend line, and if that happens, we might see a further drop in gold. We might see a further drop in gold. Currently, we just have to watch because the market is still reacting violently to all that speech, by the U.S. president and a Canadian prime minister. We might see a drop to the tune of close to 100 pips in gold, probably later today. But let's just watch how the market, will move. All right, so I've showed us my view on both the USD CHF and USD CAD, and I said the coast is still not that clear on those two pairs. It's still not that clear. Any setup I'm giving you now, except I see clarity. Otherwise, I'll just give kind of a long-term forecast, which will still eventually happen. Now, for crude oil, now there's going to be a news on crude oil later today, but this is actually my projection for crude oil for this month. I hold a bearish outlook on the crude oil for this month, and this is my reason for a bearish outlook. One, you can see there's a trend line, a descending trend line, on crude oil on the monthly time frame. Pardon me, this mouse. Okay. All right, we can see we have a bearish outlook. That's a bearish trend on crude oil. Crude oil has been trending down, and last month candle closed as a rejection candle, right on the monthly time frame there. So that's an indication of a possible reversal. And if we take it a step further, we can also see that there is a resistance zone around here. Okay, so that gives us an outlook of a possible reversal on the US oil or crude oil. So if we take it down to the daily time frame, on the daily, you can see I've drawn the resistance zones. I'm seeing the formation of a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and a drop. So if in the afternoon the news on the crude oil comes out bad for the dollar, then you may just sell crude oil. Technically, we have a long-term bearish outlook. So any news or any technical setup that supports a sell in a negative movement on the dollar will lead to a breakout in the bearish direction of US oil. So, I mean, we are bearish on this instrument. So if you're there, you trade crude oil. Our view on crude oil for the week, for the month is bearish. Just look for opportunity to sell, and I can assure you make a lot of money in crude oil for this month. Yeah, starting from today, just look for opportunity to sell if you see a clear setup, either fundamentally or technically, that points you in that direction. You can see I even still have a further trend line where price will still break out further, giving a further confirmation of a bearish breakout. So I'm bearish on crude oil both for this week and for the month of February. Now, next I want to look at is the GBP card. I have quite a number of instruments to look at this morning. Lately I've been doing few ones, but this is the beginning of the month, so this will point us in a clear direction for the month. So for this month of February, I'm bearish on the GBP card. I'm bearish on the GBP card, and these are my views. You can see there is a resistance. GBP card on the week, on the daily time frame is trading within is ranging rather is ranging. This is a big range on the monthly time frame. So the next wave of movement is expected to be bearish. Now, last week closed with price, forming a rejection candle, hitting the resistance zone up there. Now, currently, this is what we can see. You can see this is today's candle, from all the volatility of what is happening between the US and Canada. This is a candle is giving us already a rejection candle. Even though the day is still very, very fresh, it's just 7:30 a.m. You can see that today alone, this instrument has moved as high as about 150 pips thereabouts. But then it's hit a resistance zone, and if that resistance zone is respected, then we should expect a reversal. Now that reversal, you know, I'm thinking it to be more appropriate on the 4 hour. Let's see the 4 hour setup for that. All right, so we have a channel, a rising channel on the 4 hour from that resistance zone. So we're going to be looking for an opportunity to sell GBP card if price breaks out below this lower trend line. And please take note that at that point, your RSI should be clearly below 50, as at the time you may want to trigger a sell on GBP card. So we're bearish on GBP card on 4 hour. Now it's also going to work on 1 hour, and that can give you a faster entry. So if you're a day trader, yeah, all hope is not lost. It's not just for swing traders alone. On 1 hour time frame, it will be advisable if you wait for price to break out below this lower trend line with RSI below 50. That will be a good one to trigger a sell on the GBP card. Now, profit potential of this setup will be in the range. Okay, perfect. You can see that uh, the lower part of the trend line is aligning with Fibonacci 38.2. That's a very good confluence that when price breaks that level, you can clearly trigger a sell. So the first take profit level can give you as much as 68, let's say roughly 70 pips to Fibonacci 50, and about 150 pips again to Fibonacci 61.8. So some big move is really expected on the GBP card. If it happens today, all well and good. But either on 1 hour or 4 hour, we are bearish on the GBP card. This gap happened across board. It happened across board on all instruments. So the market is gradually trying to find its way back to its earlier direction. So that's why we need to trade with a lot and a lot of caution today. It's like the dollar is trying to find its way back, but let's still wait and see clearly what's happening to it. That's on the USD CHF. Other pairs are still trying. You can see the gap. These are the JPY pairs. Every pair got hit by that spike. Every pair. Even Nasdaq, there was a setup I've been watching on Nasdaq over the weekend. I mean, since last Friday, you can see the gap just clearly took out the setup. See that as big and massive the gap is. Okay, the move on DJ30 has already happened. I was watching it earlier on in the night, but it already dropped. I think there's no point on this one anymore. I'll check finally maybe Euro CHF. I have a setup I was watching on that before I come to GBP, JPY, and BTC. You can see people are asking about GBP, JPY, BTC. All right, for Euro CHF, I actually have a bearish outlook on this one, and I still hold that outlook pending any other change. You can see we have a resistance on the daily time frame and a rising wedge pattern there, or a channel, an ascending channel, but it looks a lot like a rising wedge pattern. Now the gap already caused a big havoc here. This is actually a head and shoulder. I've been on this instrument since last, I think Thursday, Friday. So supposed to give a massive breakout, but the gap already distorted. It already distorted that setup. Now the only possibility of price selling further on the Euro CHF is if a new candle opens below this new support zone that we have here. All right, if price is able to break that support zone, then we'll have a further continuation. So in essence, to be honest, I can't give any clear signal this morning until I'm just going to give you analysis, a broad view, but in the course of the day, if the market recalibrates and we can see clear entries, definitely we'll let you know, and we'll update you with a signal, because the gap is causing a lot of issues in the market. So I still anticipate that price will break this further so that we can look at a possible entry for Euro CHF. All right, so I'll look at BTC and DJ30. That's sorry, GBP JPY. All right, so this is BTC USD. Now it's been anticipated that when this trade war starts, that it's going to lead to a lot of crash in prices across all financial instruments. Even the stocks will be majorly hit, and even the cryptocurrency market. And that has actually started. BTC has been trading around I think 107, 108,000. That's the highest. In recent times, it's been trading around 106,000 and it's already declining. Now it's trading around a support zone. This is the support. Price hit it and we can see a slight retracement. But whatever is happening in the market now is more fundamental driven than technicals. So I want us to be very, very careful of any trade except we can see some clarity or you just want to enter for a brief moment and come out. For now, don't do long-term trading because we don't know. America might choose to respond back to Canada and that can destabilize the market. I don't forget that Donald Trump is known for destabilizing the market. When he was president in 2017 to 2021, thereabout, similar thing happened. He would just do something or say something and fundamentally it can change the market. So in the coming days, this trade with a lot of caution, trade with a lot of caution. All right, so this is what I'm seeing on BTC from a technical angle on 15 minutes time frame. Price hit this support level on the daily time frame and it's trying to form an inverse head and shoulder. So if it drops a little further here, then it can break out. So for the people asking about BTC, it's not yet a time to enter a buy, but you need to wait to see a drop, then a break. So when it drops, it will complete the second shoulder of the inverse head and shoulder pattern. Then on its way back up, when it breaks above 94,499, that's when you can trigger a buy. And if you have to trigger a buy, like I said, it's not a trade you want to sit perpetually in because it may just be a short-term trade. You may just ride the trend to Fibonacci 61.8 at 95,706, and that should just suffice, and you are out of the trade. That will be about 125 pips, and you are out of the trade. So temporarily, we have a bullish movement on the BTC USD. And finally, we look at GBP JPY. So the gap also affected GBP JPY. We can see that price broke out downwards, but it's touching the trend line. So that might give it, a bounce to move back into the original bullish trend. Because you can see it upon testing that trend line, it looks like it's not really breaking it. So we might still look for a potential reversal. Can see there was an inverse head and shoulder here last week, which was supposed to push price into the bullish direction, but that gap, already voided that setup. Even at now, I can't see a trend line to draw. Nothing to really give us that, except in the course of the day, if it evolves into possibly a double bottom pattern. Yeah, because we can't even draw a trend line here to trigger us into the bullish direction. So there's no clarity now also. It may buy, but we can't give you any direct entry because we don't have any setup. So until that happens, before we can guide you on what to do on the GBP, the JPY. Noel, sir, I came late. Can I see your view on gold? I said for gold, a lot is happening on the dollar now. So the dollar might just determine what happens to gold. Dollar is strengthened. America is eating Canada. Though even at the same time, the dollar USD CHF, for example, is trading around the resistance level on the weekly time frame. So if the dollar drops, gold will buy. If the dollar strengthens, gold will sell. So it's the dollar that is determining what is happening to gold. Currently, gold, I said it earlier that if gold is able to break the lower trend line, just a second. If gold is able to break the lower trend line here, yeah, it might sell. Otherwise, it may just drop to form a double bottom and still go back up. So it's the dollar that is determining what is happening to gold. Is wherever Trump pushes the dollar, That's what will determine what gold will do. So this morning, to be honest, the market is just up and down because of the news overnight. So we can't give you any clear-cut signal or anything until the market recalibrates, or until the fundamental events that are expected today, if they happen, it can kind of reset the market to an extent. But for this early morning, no, no, no signal. I can't guarantee any signal this morning. For the Euro news that we're expecting this morning, there are two events by 11 o'clock. Yes, those ones might respect the technicals to an extent. It might respect the technicals. Like for the Euro AUD, the Euro AUD price is trading at a resistance level on the daily time frame. So if the news comes out bad for the euro, yes, that you can sell the Euro AUD for the news by 11. Two events happening 11 o'clock. If the news comes out bad, you can sell Euro AUD, you can sell Euro CAD. All these are trading around resistance level and they already have a bearish outlook. This is Euro CAD forming a head and shoulder. So if the news comes out bad for the euro, you can look at the opportunity of selling either the Euro AUD or the Euro CAD. Those two could sell if the news comes out bad for the euro at the 11 o'clock news. All right, so that's going to be all from my end this morning. As the day unfolds and the market gets more stable, definitely will update you, especially those who are in our funded group. So if you're there, you're part of our funded group, just make sure you have, just top up your account, not just have a fund. Top up your account. If it's been a long time you funded, top up your account so that it can be upgraded to be a part of the funded clients. And for others, as we can update you, just make sure you join the afternoon analysis. Very important. If the market has stabilized, by then, at least to an extent, we'll get you the updates. And if there's any signal, we'll surely drop it. All right. So that's going to be the all from my end for this morning. Let's trade safe. And don't forget again that our training schedule is changing. So if you are based in Lagos, our training starts on Mondays going forward from today. From today, the 3rd of February. Our physical training time now is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The time is 11 a.m. So if you live in Lagos and its environment, join us. Abuja is still Tuesday and Thursday. But Lagos is now Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But the duration of the training for both Lagos and Abuja is now 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So we start in Lagos, we start a new curriculum training today. By next Thursday, we're through. So you're there, you're ground. I mean, you are a new beginner in forex trading, you don't know anything. If you start joining us today, come today, Wednesday, Thursday, next week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Thursday, you'll have moved from being a beginner to an advanced, at least way beyond an intermediate trader. You'll be able to pick trades by yourself and analyze the market. We have compressed the time, but the quality is still the same. In fact, even better quality with a shorter time. So that is done so that for some of us that have jobs or businesses that require presence, we don't want to take you too much away from the job. So just learn all you can within 2 weeks. You can devote just 2 weeks. And if you probably have a job or you want to take a leave to attend our training for 2 weeks, I tell you it's more than worth it, because what we're doing is that we're empowering you with a life skill. It's a skill you can use for life. Warren Buffett is about 95 years old and he still trades the market up till now. So if Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still trades at over 90, how old are you? Definitely you can trade. So come and learn the skill that can give you financial freedom for life. All right, about to load up. Well, what about us that are not in Lagos? If you're not in Lagos, well, you're not in Lagos, you're not in Abuja. Well, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do much about that except that you join our online classes. Just make sure you are constantly checking whatever group you belong to, either WhatsApp or Telegram. We'll always drop link for online training for those who are outside Lagos or those who cannot attend our physical training. And I can assure you that you will learn a lot in those sessions. Last Friday, we had a webinar where we taught people how to trade the stock market, the stock and commodity market. If you attended that seminar, I can assure you that you just learned a new skill to make additional income for yourself. So please make sure you don't miss those kind of training sessions. Francis is asking the venue, sir. I'm in Abuja. All right. So if you're based in Abuja, the venue is PU Prime Africa, Abuja, Walk and Connect Building, 50 B2 Ukiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja. So if you live in Abuja, I'm typing it in the comment section. PU Prime Africa, PU Prime Africa, walk and connect building 50 a B2 Okiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja. So the time is 10:30 a.m. if you are joining the Abuja class, 10:30 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday. If you live in Lagos and its environment, then you can join us at PU Prime Africa Lagos. The address is Agos Executive Lounge, 54B, Adeniyi Jones Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. And the time is 11 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So see you there today by 11 a.m. And for those that join us late, don't forget that we are starting, we're going to be having our live trading for NFP. NFP is non-farm payroll. Is the most volatile news in Forex. It's the most important news for us every month. This Friday by 2:15 p.m. So it's going to be live trading. So you need to have a funded account. So if you're there, you don't have an account with us, you can just go ahead and open an account on our website now on puprime.com. That's where you open an account. Once you open an account, your account manager will reach out to you. About to look where I'm afraid of NFPO. Okay, that means you've not been joining us. If you've been joining us, you know that there is nothing to be afraid of. You have professionals here that will take you by the hand. We'll do all the analysis for you. We'll only drop the pending order. They buy stuff, sell stuff, you trade it, and you make money. If you have attended, you will not be talking this. So make sure you attend this time around. You'll see that we have all this news trading event. We have it on our fingertips at PU Prime. Yeah, we've been trading live since last year, March, no, April. And I can tell you that we've had over between 80 to 85% success rate with trading both NFP and CPI. So let me not boast, but we are the masters of this game, with humility. Just join us. Just join us. Come with a funded account on Friday, and you'll be surprised you're going to make money, as in real money. Yes, try this time. Just a trial will convince you. All right, that'll be the end of this morning session. Don't forget to join us by 12:30 p.m. today for the afternoon session so that we can update you as the market unfolds for the week. Take care and have a great day. What is the winning rate of copy trade? It depends on the system you're copying. It depends, but then I can give you a system that has a high winning rate, really, really high winning rate. You can reach out to me privately for that. That's for Abaton Tululokbe. All right, take care and have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day.
You too.